Alright, guys. Hey, welcome back. I apologize for such a dramatic change in starting of this episode and the ending of last episode. I don't know if it was if I just forgot to hit the record button or if I lost some footage due to a game crash and I lost all of that recording. But if I did, I do apologize. I will give y'all a very quick synopsis of everything y'all would have missed main story progression wise. And as would have been the next bit of story progression, we would have had to have gone to the clock tower, and we end up getting a emergency transmission from the movie studio, and it turns out that Harley finds the finds the other Joker infected, and her being so love struck over Joker, she's of course going to jump at an opportunity to get more Jokers. So she goes to the movie studio, and when you get there, there's men outside the parking lot area and the and on the perimeter of the building. You gotta take them out. Then when you go inside, you find out that Harley has changed the voice codes, so you end up being able having to synthesize her voice to get in. More guys come out, and you have to take them out. Then you get down to the containment cells, and you find Robin fighting off about 30 guys by himself, and you end up finding where all the infected are, and then you end up the first one you end up recapturing is Miss Christina Bell, and that's pretty much where we're at. And right now, I believe we're on our way to capture Johnny Charisma. I believe, or we might have already done that in the recording that got lost. But we will find out together because it's been a moment since I've rewatched through this footage. But right here, we got another little Riddler trophy to collect for Eddie. We gotta add that to the collection, the big old bag that Batman has with him for all the Riddler trophies. And, just an ominous red tarp in the middle of the room. Ignoring that and making our way through. And there's someone under the sheet.
What do we have here, then? Wakey, wakey. What's wrong? You think I'm going to hurt you? Why? I'm not the bad one here. Oh, no, 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 no. It's Batman. He's abandoned you, thrown you away like an unwanted puppy. Can I have him, Daddy? Oh, please, 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 please. I'll take real good care of him. Anything to make you happy, Princess. Just make sure people know he's yours. We don't want him to end up back here, do we? No, we don't, Daddy. I want to keep him forever.
No, no, please, please, no, no!
Everything okay? You look spooked.
I'm fine, Jason. Tim.
You haven't done that for a while. There's one left. Come on.
So yeah, we got another flashback there.
This is it! The fight of the century! You ready to get schooled, Bats? What do you want to start? How about getting your asses kicked 101? Nothing to say? Strong science hype, huh? Well, let's see if I can change that. I'm gonna make you both beg for mercy and cry out in pain.
Okay, this fight, this daggum gimmick, all, gimmick fight if there ever was a gimmick fight in a game. I do not like this fight. This fight is a gimmick fight, and I understand what they were going for, with this being a gimmick fight. But anyone who knows Batman as a character and everything he can do, there is absolutely no way you're convincing anyone who has played this game
All yours.
or knows Batman as a character. Batman would not need additional help to beat someone like Albert. And yeah, sure. And if you look at his bio, he is technically a trained fighter. More so than, all of Harley's men are in any way. But anyone who knows Batman, and anyone who's familiar with Batman in the Arkham's, in the Arkhamverse, there is absolutely no way anyone would honestly be able to convince anyone that Arkham Batman would need Robin's help to beat Albert King in a fight. Absolutely no one believes that if you were to genuinely ask them that. Arkham Batman. And besides, if you talk to Albert as soon as you're able to and all of that, and if you read his character bio, it's pretty clearly implied that Batman apprehended Albert by himself. And I don't, it's been a minute since I've read it, but I'm pretty sure Robin wasn't with him. And even if he was, I mean, come on, guys. This is the same Batman who went toe to toe with, come on, guys. This is the same Batman who went toe to toe with Arkham Origins Bane. And everyone remembers Arkham Origins Bane. And that was a younger, more inexperienced Batman. And there's no way anyone is convincing anyone else in this series that Arkham Origins Bane isn't stronger than like Albert King. There's no way anyone would be convinced that Albert King is stronger than Arkham Origins Bane.
What did this guy eat?
No one, I don't think anyone would actually entertain that at all.
Please, you have to help me. That Quinn woman and her goons are trying to
So
break in
that's
here.
kind of where I stand on it. I know
Stay
what they
calm,
were
Henry.
going
I'm on
for
my way.
with it, with him,
Robin,
them
wait
needing,
here with the infected.
them
I'll go
thinking
ahead
that
and
they
deal with
need to
Harley's
do
men.
something for Albert King. But come on, just had him have been, basically like a one-on-one fight, like with Origins Bane, and that would have been that would have been fine. That would have been more than fine. And most people probably would have enjoyed it. or at least I haven't seen really any discourse surrounding Albert and his lackluster fight. But in my opinion, Batman would not need Robin's help to beat Albert King. And I think most Arkham fans would probably agree with that. If you have a fairly decent understanding of like Batman either as a character in the comics or just, or if you've played enough of the Arkham saga of games. And this is the same guy who single-handedly fought multiple, Venom-enhanced opponents on Arkham Asylum with Titan. He fought two of those guys. He fought Bane. He was unbothered by Killer Croc in Arkham Asylum. He was unbothered by a Titan-infused Poison Ivy, a Titan overdosed Joker. So there's no way anyone is convinced that like Arkham Batman would not have beat the living crap out of Albert King one-on-one. No one would believe that Arkham Batman, in like year 10 plus at this point, needs Robin's help in that fight. He doesn't. I just think, they needed to do something, and that was the best they could come up with. And I think they did a very poor job in executing that. I mean, sure, they could have Robin there, but, I mean, you're telling me that Batman, one of the most well-trained all-around fighters in all of DC, and, and a character in the Arkham saga who, I mean, we've seen all the stuff he can do. His feats of strength, casual strength, and, and just everything he does. And you mean to tell me he genuinely cannot counter a trained, old, retired boxer's jab or his combo of jabs? That's just too much for Arkham Batman to catch the punch of and counter it. I mean, come on. It's complete hogwash. Gameplay mechanics entirely, and poorly executed at that. Arkham Batman would negative diff Albert King in a fight. Absolutely he would. And everyone should agree on that fact. However, I think I've got my piece across on my opinion on the Albert King fight. It is terrible. It is atrocious. It is an insult to Batman and the Arkham saga. He would not need help in that fight. Gameplay mechanics only. Ugh. Then we go over here across to the next room for a little Riddler puzzle. And right here, I thought it was the order of question marks you had to hit them in the same color order. But I quickly realized that it wasn't the order you hit them in. It was the order, the color of them that they had to be in, not the order you hit them in. But we figured that one out fairly quickly. And Robin can hold up, probably 400-ish pounds of old retired Joker-fied boxer. Well, we go, get the gate open for him. that gate, or grate. Yep, there's the little box I was hearing.
You think she's okay? Who? Harley?
And we convinced these boys to open the
I'm
gate
beginning to
for
think we
us.
signed up for the wrong crew. You heard what the others said. They're idiots. True, but they're not insane. He said 1 minute Harley said do something, the next she asked him to do the exact opposite.
She's always been like that, even before the Joker died.
I guess. But we have to work for the Fruit Loop. What if she changes her mind and just kills us?
She won't. We're all she's got. What would she do without us?
You know, the guy ain't wrong. And that's another thing. You know, and just looking at the game's timeline, how many of these guys do y'all think was originally part of Black Mask's crew who joined the Joker? And then how many of those guys do you think originally stayed with Joker's crew for all those years, all the way for the rest of Origins and the in-between time from Origins to Asylum,
Neither do I.
then to City, and then they stayed when Harley basically rebranded the Joker's crew into her crew. How many of those original guys from Black Mask's crew do y'all think, stuck around for all those years, when Harley took over eventually, and she pretty much rebranded everyone. From the sounds of that one guy who said that that she wouldn't kill them, and that they're all she's got. From the sounds of it, at least, that guy, he's been part of the crew for a long time. But just something to think about, maybe. And in my opinion, I think most of these guys were part of Joker's crew since Origins. Now, there's no way to really confirm that, but I mean, it would kind of make sense a little bit, that at least some of them were around for all of Joker's tenure, and then basically, and we find out later from one of the Gotham City stories that at least one of Joker's old crew tried to seize power from Harley, and we'll find out later in a scannable here in the movie studio what Harley did to that guy who tried to seize power from her. And and we'll find out what Harley did to him, and just imagine what Joker would have done to that guy if he found out that one of his guys tried to off Harley.
We need to get back to the cells. You take Albert.
And and I know that that Arkham Joker doesn't really care for Harley, but in some way, I mean, he kind of does in his own twisted, abusive, boyfriend, toxic type way. And of course, we pick up Harley. She has 100% effort, but 0 damage. 100% effort, 0 damage, those little punches from Dr. Harleen Quinzel. And good news, Harley, you get to go to a cell now. You can, ponder your doctorate and all of that.
Put me down, bad freak!
Robin, prep the cell. Don't move, Robin. You killed them, didn't you, Henry?
Oh, Bats, you're so easy. Desperate to see the good in people. Especially when they're bad.
Huh?
Honey, I'm home!
Activating jailbreak protocol.
Oh, I guess we now know who reprogrammed your security. Now, if you would be so kind, go join your friend over there.
Go to hell.
Now.
Nice move, Henry. Your turn, Bats.
Evolution's a funny thing. No matter how many obstacles get in its way, the strongest always survives. Still, you know what they say about evolution? Even amoebas can do it.
What are you doing?
Purifying the gene pool.
Even I don't know which side to root for now.
Goodbye. It's been educational.
I changed my mind. Kill, kill, kill him!
Now that's unexpected. You're gonna be spectacular.
No, no, no! Not again!
Your eyes. You're the last Joker. That other cell's for you.
I need to stop Scarecrow. When I'm done, I'm locking myself away.
What if you fail? You'll be too dangerous. I won't be able to stop you.
Oh, no, 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 you are not going to do this!
And I love that, it's not really shown, but, we kind of, get like the gist that Robin probably, put Harley in the cell, even though we don't see it. And, here we have, pretty much right here an endless loop, basically at this point, where,
what to do?
we can just constantly be put in the cell by Robin.
I'm sorry, Bruce, but it's the only way.
I know, Tim.
I'll stop Scarecrow.
Master Bruce, I'm reading multiple militia forces converging at your location. It's the Arkham Knight. He's found you.
I'll take care of it, Alfred.
Are you sure? There are rather a lot of them.
I said I'll handle it.
You'll be fine.
Of course I will. You train me.
And yeah, now at this point, you wait a little bit for Joker to open the door for us. And all of this here, this isn't actually Bruce in the cell. He's actually just imagining himself in the cell. And we move the game along a little bit. Yeah, there's Jason. Do one more time. Yeah, there he is.
Don't worry about Robin, Batsy. I'm sure he won't die. Well, fairly certain anyway. Hey, I never finished my story about Jason Todd, did I?
And here at this point, this is kind of the ultimate dead giveaway that if you haven't figured out who the Arkham Knight is at this point, this is basically the game telling you with a straight face who the Knight is at this point.
Have you got something to tell the nice man, Jason?
My name is Jason Todd.
Who do you hate?
Batman.
Excellent. Of course you do. Did you get that, Bats? Kid's not yours anymore. He's mine. Mine. To do with as I wish. Hey, I never asked. What's the big secret? Who is the big bad bat? His name. Tell me.
Of course, sir. It's...
Never could stand a tattletale. That's why I like to work alone. No one to spoil the punchline. You should try it sometime. After all, you've seen what happens when you drag your friends into this crazy little game of ours.
And with that done, as soon as we move back around away from facing Joker, away from the camera,
You need to get in the cell.
you see, and you can basically continue that little cycle on loop indefinitely, and all that was just in Batman's head.
Come on. You need to... What the hell are you doing?
Little counter icon.
Trust me.
I've gone crazy. Listen to me. We can help you. You don't need to do this. Alfred. Alfred. You son of a bitch. You cut my communications.
Sir, are you okay? I've lost communication with Robin. Is he all right?
He's fine. Faulty comms unit. I'm looking at him now.
Thank God. With all that's happening, I feared the worst. Speaking of which, the Arkham Knight has ordered a squadron of tanks into the city to lock it down and reassert control. Thankfully, the weapons generator upgrade you requested is ready for collection.
Thanks, Alfred.
And we can
Tim,
tell him.
There's something you need to know. Something's happened.
No. Not her. Don't say it.
Barbara's... she's dead. I'm sorry.
Let me out.
I can't. They're targeting everyone close to me. I won't let them get you as well.
Bruce, please. I have to do this.
No.
You son of a bitch! How dare you! You don't get to decide! Get away from me! Go!
And yeah, there. You can absolutely understand the pain from both of them. And there, it's just a very easy reminder that Bruce, as a character in the Arkham saga, he is a character marred and scarred by trauma. And, you know, that's something a lot of people, in my opinion, they overlook at Bruce as a character that, I mean, most people, with what happened with him, and him losing his parents in front of him at 8 years old, I mean, that would scar anyone. And with Bruce, you can very easily see there that, you know, that the fear of that he's lost Jason, he's lost Barbara, and he doesn't want the fear of losing Tim as well. It very clearly was the reasoning for him locking Tim in the cell, was the fear of losing someone else. And you can also understand it from Tim's perspective. You know, him being told by his mentor that he lost the woman he loves and was going to marry. anyone would immediately want to get payback on the individual or individuals who took that person away from you. And with Bruce, he knows immediately what Tim would have done to Scarecrow and to the Arkham Knight if Tim got his hands on them. He would have absolutely crossed the line. He absolutely would have done it. But even on in my opinion, the slim chance he doesn't cross the red line, he would absolutely cripple Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight. He would make sure they were not a threat physically or could move ever again without help. I mean, to say he would have confined them to a wheelchair or anything else for the rest of their lives for what they did to Barbara, that would be an understatement. But yeah, it's like, but yeah, you can absolutely see it from both of their perspectives. Tim, very obviously and clearly wanting to get, revenge and justice for what he and Bruce believe happened to Barbara. And, and you can also see it from Bruce's perspective that he is a character scarred by trauma and loss. And the trauma of that loss ultimately led him to locking Tim up, because Bruce knows that Tim would absolutely go after, Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight. And that would lead to Tim being reckless and, and him making a mistake he probably wouldn't have made. And ultimately, it probably would have he would have gotten himself killed in the pursuit of the Arkham Knight and Scarecrow in some way. But with that said, and the crisis at the movie studio fixed and resolved, and once again, guys, I do apologize for not getting the recording of the first half of that mission. But, I think I did a pretty good job giving a synopsis of the first half of that mission. And, it's not like there's not other people on YouTube who don't have that footage as well. If y'all really want to see that footage. But with that over and done with, we have a little more Bleak Island cleanup. For the rest of this mission, we'll be mostly contained to Bleak Island for the rest of this episode, guys. And then next episode, we will continue on. And unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and inform you guys right now. We do lose some more footage later in the game, and I was very upset when that happened, because it was very late in the game when that happened, and it went and just to throw even more salt onto that wound, it happened in a point in the game when once I reloaded, into the game, the enemy I was facing was like 10 feet to the right of me, and they got a free cheap shot off on me. So that was annoying. And when we get there, and yeah, I mean, I'll point it out once we get to that point in the game for you guys. And I don't know why. I don't know if this is a Sony thing, but I would imagine it's a Sony thing. But once we get to like almost the end of like Act 3 in the game, um, we enter a blocked scene, and anyone who plays on PlayStation will probably know what that means. A blocked scene means, for some reason, the Sony has decided that bit of gameplay cannot be recorded. So, yeah, there will be if an episode seems like it ends abruptly, that will be the reason why. That we entered a block scene, and if there's a massive jump, and what was happening in the end of one episode, and there's like a massive jump to the next episode, that will be the reason why. That we entered a blocked scene and for gameplay, and that section of gameplay could not be recorded, and we had to get through the blocked scene before we could start recording again. I don't know why Sony does that. At least I would presume it's Sony that does that, or or if anyone knows otherwise, if y'all could let me know in the comments if that is a Sony thing or if it's a game dev thing. I don't know. But if any of y'all do know, could y'all let me know in the comments, please? That would be most educational, and I would appreciate it. Right there, freaking, Diamondback tank gets some free shots on me. And we make it back down to ground level. We got a couple random tanks around the city, or around Bleak Island we gotta take out before we commence with bomb disposal. That one right there. I don't think we weren't going quite fast enough to one-shot the Diamondback. And I don't know if you can go fast enough to use the RAM ability to one-shot the Diamondbacks, but we don't get footage of that, and I don't know if we can, but if any of y'all do know if you can one-shot the Diamondbacks like you can with the normal drones, if you use the afterburner, let me know. It'd be cool to know if you can one-shot the Diamondbacks like that. Right there, I was looking for the Dragon helicopter right there. I could see it on the map. I was just trying to find it. And there we got another normal drone. We got 3 more we got to find. And this next one up here is another Dragon. And it gets a free shot off on us. But, it got one shot and we took it down. A fair trade, I guess. Right there, I saw the normal drone, but I didn't see the Dragon there on the map when I was recording. So, got the free shot off again. Another Dragon. And another Diamondback. They got that last one there.
Cash, the drone deployment on Bleak Island is neutralized.
Nice work, Batman.
And I believe we got a few bombs we can take out as well. So, and about and a small handful of drones as well. 32 this time. 32 drones.
Dragon's been taken out. Batman just took out a Diamondback. Direct hit on a Rattler. He's hitting us hard. Drone feed offline. Hit back! Diamondback offline. Dragon down. Drone flank initiated. Rattler down. Got him. Multiple units offline. Taking fire.
And there we go. Take out the last drone there and leave the bomb unprotected.
Controlled explosion.
Now we can overcharge it.
Bomb defused, sir. A bravura performance.
You can't take out every bomb, Dark Knight. You don't know what it takes.
And there we go, guys. As y'all saw there, the threat level for Bleak Island is clear of all militia activity for the time being. And for the rest of the episode, we will be doing everyone's favorite side mission. We will be doing a little of Riddler trophy cleanup on Bleak Island. I know, everyone's favorite side mission. But if you want to get the reward for punching that egotistical narcissist in the face, you gotta collect the Riddler trophies. You gotta collect them. So for the rest of this episode, guys, that is what we are going to do. I know. Hold your excitement. Calm down, take a breath, with some good old Riddler informant chasing as well. Get back here, boy. You have secrets I need to know. Get over here. Take out all his little friends. There it is. Got so focused on the upcoming beatdown, I was gonna give to this man. One of his friends got up behind me. Right there, we do the special combo backclaw slam takedown.
Riddler, tell me everything.
Screw you!
Let's try that again.
Okay, I'll talk.
And there we go. We get some more Riddler secrets for a couple locations.
People of Gotham, I'm going to give you
Again,
something. A gift
looking around for a couple Riddler trophies, and right here we get another little upgrade, and we can annoy Riddler some more, which is always fun.
forever changed.
This chip will let me mimic Riddler's signals and give commands to his robots.
Oh yeah, and just hearing Eddie's reaction to us controlling his robots is just it's genuinely enjoyable and fun.
You know what? Scarecrow, Ivy, this Arkham Knight guy and his giant freaking army, I'm getting out of town.
Don't know why it took me so long there to press the button.
Before activating an order, I need to
I
pick
think
a
I was
target.
doing something on my phone, I think maybe. Gotta have a good YouTube video while you play Batman and, doing other stuff just as, good background noise.
Is there anywhere left that ain't been looted? I'm getting bored.
And we get our little friend over here, pick up the trophy for us, and we bring him on back.
That needs to die already. I can't
Get him to put down the trophy for us back over there on solid ground.
They should obey me, not you. I am their creator and their god. I literally programmed a basic religion into those malfunctioning blasphemers.
It's always enjoyable to hear Eddie's little, oh man, just annoying Eddie by taking over his machines, and it's enjoyable. He's having a rough night. He's having a very rough night. And we make our way over here for another of Riddler's, I guess, moral questions, I suppose.
As before, Batman, there's a rioter nearby with a bomb in his skull. All you have to do is leave him to die, and justice will be done. Justice?
So, you guys should know the drill by now. Unknown hoodlum has an unwanted device in his head, and Riddler tries to prove a point by, if Batman's all about justice, then, he would just let this, criminal die come morning. And of course, everyone knows if that were to happen, Riddler would use this as like a gotcha on Batman. But, anyone who knows Batman as a character would know that, that's not something Bruce would allow, even remotely, even a little bit. Right there, we miss him, but we manage to save it, and we hit him in the back.
I don't understand. I offer you the deaths of these marauding monsters, and you go out of your way to save them. Why? Ethics over logic, Batman. It'll be your downfall.
Downfall.
And we saw a Riddler informant in a car drive through here, and we're gonna try to find him if we can, and cause the rioters to scatter like rats. Like that scene from that old Disney movie Ratatouille, near the end of the movie where Chef Skinner and like the health inspector get to the kitchen, and there's just Remy and his entire family there in the kitchen, and they all scatter like rats, and they all just run. And and of course, they have to tie up the health inspector and Skinner, but that's besides the point. Just seeing all the rioters scatter because they see Batman in the Batmobile, they all just take off. And over here we have another Riddler trophy we can't get to, so we have to recruit Eddie's little workers, and he probably ain't even giving these poor guys a salary or anything. He probably just expects them to work without pay. No workers' rights, no union, no nothing. And I think we can all agree that if Wayne Industries had robots, they'd probably be treated a lot better.
How are you doing this? Those robots are unhackable. I make sure of it.
Come on, Eddie, we all know you ain't as smart as you think you are. And yeah, sure, man, yeah, you're smart, you're very intelligent, but you're also an egotistical narcissist with, a small penchant of fanaticism to that egotistical narcissism as well. You're clearly smart. You think you're smarter than you think you are. So, I mean, not saying you ain't smart enough to make a robot that's unhackable. You're just not, you're not good enough to do it on the first time you've ever made a robot army. Baby steps. Baby steps. And while you figure that out, we're going to continue to, make use of your robots.
This is absurd. An outrage. How would you like it if I started ordering Robin around? Batman.
Yeah, that's right, Eddie. Go pout. Go pout. And, that's the thing, though. I mean, you could, order Robin about, but he wouldn't do it. Probably. I mean, not outside of, like severe, mind control, or like if, like you were to, you know, get a bomb on him or something, like, like Catwoman. But, even then, he'd irritate you and all that. I mean, he'd make you work for it probably. And, and he would have done all that in the same time it would have taken, I mean, he, by the time you realized it, he probably would have disarmed the bomb. But anyway, guys, we are nearing the end of this episode, guys. And I know there was that big jump cut from the start of this episode and the end of the last one. And again, guys, I do apologize for that. I don't exactly remember what happened, if I just forgot to hit the record button, or if I did hit the record button and the game crashed. If it did, I do apologize. Your guess would be as good as mine. And with all that said, guys, if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, comment, telling me what you thought, and if you want to stay up to date on this series, or any future series I do, consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next episode.